What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the Broker CCG. Today we have Jesmon versus Omnimon, so let's get right into it. He's going to go ahead and hatch a Tsunamon and play an Agumon from hand, searching the top 4 cards to add a card with Tai or Omnimon or Greymon in his hand, putting the rest at the bottom. He's going to go ahead and add the Tai Tamer card to hand. I'm going to draw for turn, hatch a Greymon, and then digivolve the Greymon into a Huckmon. Then digivolve into a Bow Huckmon and going all the way up into the line, going into a Savior Huckmon, passing my opponent to 2 memory. He's going to go ahead and draw for turn, digivolve the Agumon into a Greymon, and then since he doesn't have a Tamer with Tai, he's going to be able to play the Mat and Tai for free. Then digivolving into a Metal Greymon, passing the memory back over to 3 on my turn. So I'm going to go ahead and draw for turn, bring the Savior Huckmon out of raising, digivolve into the Jesmon for a digivolution cost of 4, and then since it has Blitz, I'm going to go ahead and swing. The Inheritable Gureymon's going to allow me to draw. Huckmon's going to allow me to search top 5, adding all Sistermons to hand, and then also the Jesmon is going to allow me to play a Digimon card with Sistermon in its name without paying its memory cost. So I'm going to go ahead and play the Sistermon Seal, and then I have the Bow Huckmon that's going to gain me back a memory. And now since I have the Savior Huckmon and its Inheritable, it's going to be able to unsuspend since I have the Sistermon Seal out on the field. So this is going to be 2 checks for security. So I check 1 Tai and then a Blitz Greymon, and then from there I forgot to activate the Sistermon Seals effect to on play reveal the top 3 cards, adding a Royal Knight or Huckmon Digimon card to hand, trashing the rest. I'm then going to digivolve into the Jesmon X Antibody for a digivolution cost of 0, playing a Sistermon Blanc for free, and then it's triggering its on-play effect to draw 1. And then the Jesmon's going to be able to swing at unsuspended, so I swing straight into the Metal Greymon with Piercing, doing an additional 2 checks. From there, I'm going to go ahead and digivolve into the Omnimon and swing for the rest of its security. It's going to pass him over to 4 memory, and also the Sistermon Seal is going to allow my Omnimon to unsuspend. He's going to play an Agumon from hand, and then both Tais and Mats are going to allow him to gain him extra memory. He does find a Greymon and a Gabumon, adding both to hand. He digivolves into a Greymon, and from there he's going to go ahead and activate the Mat and Tai effect to play a Gabumon, which is going to allow him to add 1 card with Garurumon as well as 1 card with Greymon, Agumon, or Omnimon to hand. He's then going to digivolve into the Garurumon. Then the Garurumon effect is going to allow him to digivolve the Greymon into a Metal Greymon, and also gaining all the memories from the Goemon and Agumon Inheritables when one of his other Digimon digivolves. And from there he's going to digivolve, keep going up the line into the Were-Garurumon. And now there is a tiny bit of a misplay. There should have been a memory cost of 1 to be paid for digivolving into the Were-Garurumon, but he's going to go ahead and digivolve into the Crest-Garurumon. And then with that, he's going to be able to send one of my Digimon to the bottom of the deck. So he's going to choose my Sistermon Blanc. That gives my Sistermon's blockers. Send that to the bottom of my deck. So passing me over to 3 memory, I'm going to hatch the Greymon, and I'm going to go ahead and swing with the Omni. And since I have a Sistermon on the field, Savior Huckmon's going to allow me to unsuspend. So even though he has 2 blockers, I'm going to be able to swing 3 times total and finish game 1 with Sistermon Seal. Now onto game 2, he's going to hatch the Tsunamon, digivolve into an Agumon, and from there he's going to digivolve into a Garurumon, passing me to 2 memory. I'm going to draw for turn and hatch a Greymon, digivolving into a Huckmon, and then digivolving into a Bow Huckmon for a digivolution cost of 2. Then just to try and search out some of the pieces I need, I'm going to go ahead and play the Huckmon from BT6, searching top 5, being able to add 2 cards to hand. So from there, I'm going to go ahead and add the Savior Huckmon, as well as another Bow Huckmon to hand. Rest going to the bottom of the deck. That's going to put my opponent to 3 memory. He's going to draw for turn, and from there he's going to bring the Garurumon out of raising, and also play a Gabumon from hand, which is going to allow him to search the top 3 cards, once again either adding a card with Garurumon as well as a Greymon, Agumon, or Omnimon to hand, placing the rest at the top of his deck in any order. So he's going to find a Garurumon, adding it to hand, digivolving into that Garurumon, and then the effect of Agumon's gonna allow him to gain 1 memory, and also the effect of the Garurumon's gonna allow him to go into the Metal Greymon for a Digivolution cost of 1. The Gabumon's gonna gain him extra memory, and again, this is the same shenanigans for the Omnimon deck, digivolving into the Weregarurumon, and then from there, digivolving the Metal Greymon into the Blitz Greymon, and once again, the Blitz Greymon's gonna allow him to digivolve into the Cresgarurumon for pretty much free. And then finally, digivolving into, or DNA digivolving into the Omnimon for free. The Omnimon's gonna go ahead and delete the Huckmon out on my field, and he's gonna pass me to 3 memory. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the Bow Huckmon out of Raising, digivolve into the Savior Huckmon. The Savior Huckmon's gonna allow me to play a Sistermon for free, so I play the Sistermon Blanc. On play trigger, draw 1. Then both the Bow Huckmon and the Huckmons are gonna allow me to gain 1 memory back, putting me to 2 memory. I'm gonna digivolve into the Jesmon. At this point, I don't have any Sistermons. I'm just hoping to draw into one, which will allow me to clash into his 15,000 DP. And I draw from the Garurumon, and unfortunately don't see any Sistermons, so he's going to be able to easily block my 12k swing from my Jesmon. So that was definitely a big misplay on my part. I should have kept it in Raising, but I do pass it over to my opponent. He's going to hatch the Tunamon, digivolve into a Gabumon, and then from there he's going to swing with the Omnimon. Cresgarurumon is going to send the Sistermon to the bottom of the deck, and then Blitzgremon's going to trash the top card, and then he finally checks a Sistermon Steel in my security. He's going to play a Nokia, which is going to allow him to play a Gabumon or Agumon for free. So he plays BT12 Agumon to reveal top 4 cards, sending all of them at the bottom of the deck since there are no targets, and then Garurumon's going to allow him to reboot his Omni. Now I'm not really looking good, I got nothing on my field, so I'm going to hatch a Greymon, digivolving into a Huckmon, then digivolving straight into a Bow Huckmon, putting my opponent to 1 memory. He's going to go ahead and draw for turn, bring the Gabumon out of Raising, digivolve the Agumon into a Greymon, then the Nokia is going to reduce the cost by 1, and then also both Agumons and Tsunamon's going to allow him to draw and gain extra memory. And from here, he should gain an extra memory from the Gabumon, but he's going to swing with the Omnimon. Blitzgarmon's going to trash the top card, and it's going to check a from Master Disciple, so I'm going to reveal top 3 cards, add 1 card with Huckmon or Sistermon, adding the Sistermon Blanc, trashing the rest, putting that card into my main area. He's going to digivolve into a Greymon. Then with its on digivolve effect, it's going to allow him to digivolve into the Weregarurumon for a digivolution cost of 1. Then the Weregarurumon's going to allow him to digivolve into the Metal Greymon for a digivolution cost of 1 as well, passing me to 3 memory. The Garurumon in the Inheritable is going to allow the Omnimon to reboot and unsuspend. I'm going to draw, digivolve into the Savior Huckmon for a digivolution cost of 3, then digivolve into the Jesmon and Raising. Not much else I can do to stop all of those swings. So from there, he's going to swing with the Omnimon, trashing the final card, and swing for game. Now on to game 3. I'm going to go ahead and hatch a Garurumon, digivolve into a Huckmon, and then digivolve into a Bow Huckmon, putting my opponent to 2 memory. He's going to draw for turn, hatch a Tunamon, digivolve the Tunamon into a Gabumon, and then play out an Agumon from hand. The Agumon's going to search the top 3, adding 1 card with Greymon, and then 1 card with Garurumon and our Omnimon to hand. I'm going to draw for turn, bring the Bow Huckmon out from Raising, digivolving into a Savior Huckmon. The Savior Huckmon is going to allow me to play a Sistermon for free. So I play the Sistermon that gives my other Sistermons blockers, and then both Bow Huckmon and Huckmon are going to give me 1 memory back, keeping my turn. From there, unfortunately, I don't have a Jesmon to go into, so I play a Huckmon, which is just going to search the top 5. I add a Jesmon to hand, and then the Sistermon Steel to hand. The rest are going to the bottom of my deck. I then pass it over to my opponent. He has 3 memories. He's going to draw for turn, bring the Gabumon out. He's going to play another Gabumon, searching top 3 once again. And from the top 3, he's only going to be able to add the Blitz Greymon to hand. Rest go to the top of the deck. He digivolves the Gabumon into a Garurumon. And then from there, the Tsunamon is going to gain him an extra memory since extra draw since he digivolved another Digimon. And using the Garurumon on the Digivolve effect, he's going to be able to digivolve into the Greymon for free and gain 1 memory from the Gabumon. I'm going to go ahead and hatch a Garurumon, digivolve the Garurumon into a Huckmon. And then from there, I'm going to be able to digivolve the Savior Hookmon into the Jesmon X antibody I added earlier that last turn. The effect's going to allow me to play 1 Sistermon from my hand, giving all of my Digimon plus 2000 DP until the end of my opponent's turn. And then both Bao Huckmons are going to gain, but how Bao Huckmon and Hookmon are going to gain me 1 memory back. And so from there, I'm going to go ahead and swing with the Jesmon X antibody. Since I can swing at unsuspended, I swing into the Garurumon. So the Garurumon is deleted, and since this has piercings, I still do 1 check to security. And then I'm going to swing into the Greymon once again with the Jesmon with piercing, checking yet another security, checking a black memory boost, which is going to be played out. The camera does cut out for a minute, so there's a little bit of confusion as to what swung, what happened. So this Sistermon seal cannot swing since it was played this turn. So that is a little bit of a misplay, but it does die from the Garurumon, and then the other Sistermon swings into security, checking an Omnimon. I'm going to digivolve into the Blitz Omni, putting my opponent to 4 memory, up to 3 memory, checking the last security. He's going to go ahead and use the black memory boost, gaining an extra 2 memory, and from there throwing a Gabumon out, revealing top 3 cards, adding 1 card with Garurumon, and then 1 card with Agumon, Greymon, or Omnimon. And then since he's not able to find anything else, he doesn't have any way to stop the last couple swings that I have. So that is going to be game 3. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.
What do you think there are more of in this world? Wheels or doors?
Door.
Yeah, probably doors.
No, I don't mean just cars. I mean just like straight
doors.
wheels. You know what your drawers are on?
Wheels.
That's yeah. Yeah, but you also gotta think like there's
Toy
some
cars
that
have
are
4
like
wheels, but not opening doors.
like
Those do count. I would assume those count. Drawers will count as doors.
like cabinet doors. Yeah. I feel like it's still doors. That's a good question.
That's a high quality question. Logan's like, well, I'll be damned.
You know, I might add that.